Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and as always, welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. It was the first week under our new format, with the much expected strong showing from the Fire deck that everyone's been talking about, and everyone was expecting. Of course, there should be no shock that there's debate, because this is Yu-Gi-Oh! In regards to which variant is really going to be better. Is it going to be the pure Snake Eye variant that focuses more on Omni-Negates, such as access to Baron de Fleur? Or is it going to be the Fire King variant, which has more focus on disruptions as opposed to Omni-Negates? Things like triggering your own Ambler Whale with Fire King Kirin, High Avatar variant, of course. As someone who can't really afford to play the deck at all, let alone comment on it, I have arbitrarily decided that Fire King was better. At least this week. Because, one, that's really funny to my 2013 self, which Fire King's the best deck? Yeah, okay. But also because the number of Fire King variants that topped greatly outnumbered the pure Snake Eye variants from what I've been able to find. Looking at some of the larger regionals from the past week or so, I'm talking in terms of 300 players or more, Fire King variants were top dog. I'm talking looking at 3 top 8s for a total of 24 top 8 slots. Fire King managed to get 11 of them, which is not bad. That's pretty well close to half the pie chart. Meanwhile, the pure variant managed to get 4 top 8s across the 3 events I'm looking at. And while that's a little lackluster when you're comparing the 2 variants, when you combine them, you're looking at 15 out of 24 top 8 slots this past weekend. If that's confusing, it's only because I'm bad at doing this video. If you want it put much more meaningfully, Fire King Snake Eye was not only the winner of each of these 3 regionals, but each was decided in a mirror match. Morgantown Regionals top 4 was actually entirely Fire, with one pure Snake Eye being the one thing you can say was different in regards to the other 3 Fire King variants. That was an event with some 300 or so players, which had an attendance similar to the Bainbridge Regional. Bainbridge Regional. No, fuck Bainbridge. That's what I'm calling it now. Either way, that 300 or so player event was notable because the top 4 was 3 Fire Kings, but flew on to Rees instead. Isn't that magical? And then there's the Chicago Regional that was notable for having only 2 Fire King decks in the top 4. The other 2 decks going to Pearly and Kashtira, so I don't know, that's nostalgic or something, right? Look, Pearly did well. That Chicago Regional in particular was actually notable because from what I've been able to gather, they'd overbooked the player count to the point where there was 2 rounds going on initially. So like you had half the players play round 1, and then after that was done, the other half came in and also played round 1. So where other tournaments would be at round 3, this tournament was now at round 2A. Wow. And then you just twice the length, half the play time, and some 570 players sat down to deal with that. Remember kids, this game is dying and a YouTube comment said so. Real. Kudos to the patient who were able to tolerate that, and to everyone who played for showing us what we already knew. Fire's the best deck. Something I believe will be further No, the last 3 words. Further solidified next weekend at the Team YCS in San Jose, Costa Rica. This one's a LATAM event and I'm capable of pronouncing the city properly somewhat, so that's great for me, isn't it? That's right, taking place this weekend, and it will be the first YCS under our new format. And while those results will be notable with plenty of pro players going to that event, it's probably going to be completely overshadowed by the quarter century celebration, another weekend-long stream from Konami, and by another I mean the first, highlighting not only the anime but also the 3 largest pillars of this game, namely the physical card game, Master Duel, and Duel Links, all having an invitational tournament of some kind featuring plenty of known content creators as well as professional players. Possibly the fanciest is the prize ring for the Undisputed Ultimate Duelist Series, a tournament of 16 previous Ultimate Duelist Series winners competing for not only the title of Best of the Best, but also a goddamn championship ring. For Yu-Gi-Oh! I know. Yeah, Konami has shown off a 14K yellow gold-plated ring with hieroglyphic engravings, 98 real white diamonds, 50 rubies, and 32 yellow sapphires. Can we get some sheeshes in the chat? God damn, it's not a bad prize. And of course, the Undisputed Ultimate Duelist Series will also be a good showing of just how dominant the Fire deck is, because there's no escaping it, god damn it, it's Fire season. The game is on fire. With with interaction though, okay? So it's not just Omni negates, assuming they're playing the Fire KO. That is all something that you can look forward to, of course, again, this weekend, starting today, actually, Friday the 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Master Duel Invitational will begin today at 10 a.m. Pacific, with the Duel Links Invitational starting at 3 p.m. Saturday, we'll have a nice little day one recap to start off at 8 a.m., again, Pacific time, with the Undisputed Ultimate Duelist Series starting its 6 rounds of Swiss at 10 a.m. And its top 4 will be further shown on Sunday, starting at, again, 10 a.m. So it's going to be a pretty damn big weekend, with plenty to watch Farfa and MBT watch on their streams. We've also got the full set lists and the rarity spread for Battles of Legend Chapter 1 this week, thanks to Konami's chosen creators. And let me tell you, this set does in fact have some cards in it. There's nothing new, because this is a reprint of reprint sets, so what are you expecting? But hey, it is marginally better, if nothing else, than Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1, and I guess that's something. This one does have more merit to it, at least, compared to Hidden Arsenals, by virtue of not being a reprint of cards that were useless in 2011, let alone when they got reprinted in 2022. Seriously, what were they thinking with that set? Skill Drain was not enough. Either way, on point, Battles of Legend Chapter 1 has some known cards that we were already currently and abundantly aware of: Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, the Pendulum Chaos Emperor Dragon of Armageddon, the Minerva Rank 4, the Cyber Slash Harpies. There's an abundance of Lightsworns, actually, and heroes when you look at the full set list, which I suppose is nice for some Edison players, because I don't know how many other people are all too keen on Garoth. At least I assume. Are you even playing Garoth in Edison? God, I hope not. There's also the Yubel reprints just in time for Phantom Nightmare, and even some blinged out kaijus for those who might want that. Really though, the most notable part about this set by and large is the pricing on the secondary market. Following the cost of Wanted and SP Little Knight, and then Bonfire, and then, you know, even Low, the voiced fucking lady in the red hood from Phantom Nightmare, it's been a pricey time to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's pretty refreshing to see that the most expensive card from this set, in regards to pre-orders from Gamer's Choice, no affiliation, was the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord for $15, and the Pendulum Chaos Dragon also at $15. And those are the only 2 cards in the set that are above $10 in value. After that, every single card is less than 10 individually, and that includes the Astral Rare, far from a one-of-a-kind anymore, Utopia, with the, like, astral text. That thing's priced at $299 as I'm making this? That's wild. No, that's really no shock, because these are not particularly uber meta relevant cards that are currently pricey in the grand scheme, except for Photon Lord for whatever fucking reason. But it is nice to be able to get a copy of Exotonite for, say, $2 for anyone who might still need it, and to not have to pay far too much money for a goddamn Harpy deck to lose at locals with. That's nice. Fucking why were the... They also did reprint Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, which is fucking awful, because fuck brain dead players. Quit playing that shit on me. I want to play the game, god damn it. And also, whatever the hell was happening to the card on TCG Player, because what the fuck happened? Why did that card reach $1,800 on the median price on TCG Player? We may never know, but I salute the scalpers for at least trying to save me from seeing this stupid fucking card. And that is the one and only time I am thanking scalpers. Beyond that, I will continue to recommend God's Chosen removal technique. That's a joke. That's a comedy. So if you're hyped to get some random reprint sets and that one-off Sage with the Eyes of Blue reprint and not a single other Blue Eyes related card, because please explain why that's even in there, you can get hyped to pick up this set on the 22nd or 23rd of February, depending on your region. Fucking poggies. In some merchandise news, we got reveals from the Wonder Festival 2024 of a number of figures for consumers to be truly hyped for. From Elemental Hero Neos in glorious color to legendary Six Samurai Shien, lacking color currently, but otherwise looking pretty damn fresh. These were announced, I want to say, like a year ago, alongside other shown known things, such as Access Code Talker, as well as Junk Warrior in the Please Don't Kick My Dick pose it's best known for, and even Zeus, who has a longer name than Zeus, but I don't care to remember it and write it down. Divine Arsenal Sky Thunder AA Zeus Dick Sucker. Shut up. Zeus. You know what I'm talking about. The robot the robot. the figure of the robot, of course. And you know what? Maybe I'll use this to clickbait, because there's also a lovely little colored IP Masquerena figure you can look at with 4 faces to choose from. That's pretty standard for figures, in all honesty, but it never fails to make me laugh looking at a collection of fucking faces. Game of Thrones type shit. Remember that show didn't suck? I don't. There's also the Meow Mine, which is fucking neat, and none of these have a release date, so wow, look at these things exist, and you might be able to own them one day. Isn't that fascinating? Regardless, there's no news on the Brionac figure, and therefore I don't give a shit. And worse than that, there's no information on a potential Trishula figure, so why would any of us care? Also in merchandise news, Funko Pop, Funko Pop, Funko Pop, Funko Pop, consume, 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 consume. Shoutouts this week, of course, go to the LIFD Magnetic Display, the best way to support my channel currently, and the #1 true duelist approved way to show off your favorite cards. Get used to seeing these things, because they're probably going to be around for a while, unless we all realize that the pure Snake Eye variant is better after everyone plays that at the Ultimate Duelist series, and then everyone bandwagons that shit, 'cause Lord knows, I do believe Jeff Jones to be more informed than the majority of the player base, let alone the other 15 competitors who are also phenomenally accomplished duelists. But until that point, you're probably going to be seeing these fucks, so enjoy them. Put them on display. What do you say? Promo code YGOStrats15 to get your 15% discount, whether you want the single or the tri-set. Give it a look. Help me out. I am begging you. Thanks to LIFD for the support as always, and thank you for watching. So that'll wrap it up. My name's Craig Fee. That is me. And that's it. Please subscribe. Impress your smoking Italian wife. Become a true duelist. And beyond all that, just that. It's just that. See you next week.